Hello everyone, I'm Susan. Today I'd like to share with you how to crochet the double alpine stitch. This stitch is really great for blankets and throws, etc. It's a really easy 4-row repeat. We repeat rows 2 to 5. 2 of those rows are single crochet and the other 2 rows are simply offset. I'll leave timestamps so you can locate those rows really easily too. The multiple is any multiple of 2 plus 1 and an extra 2 turning chains, and the yarn I've used for the tutorial today is a simple or a basic DK anti-pilling with a 4.5mm hook. We'll start by chaining 23 and get straight into the tutorial. To begin, chain 23. So go ahead with your length of 23 chains and I'll meet you in a sec. So that's the 23 chains completed. We start row 1 by skipping the first 3 chains. So skip 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over and into the next stitch or the next chain, which is the 4th chain from your hook, work a double crochet. Then double crochet into each chain to the end. Your first 3 chains count as a double crochet, so by the time you work to the end of the chain, you should have a total of 21 double crochets. So these are our 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, so that's our very first stitch there. So this is what the end of row 1 looks like. Here are our first chain 3 and here are the remaining 20 double crochets. So counting our chain 3, we have a total of 21 stitches. To begin row 2, this is another easy row. I just like to turn my work, bring that yarn up a little and find that first stitch there. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 for your first single crochet. That gives a really neat edge. And then just single crochet all the way to the end. So you'll have a total of 21 single crochets to complete row 2. So go ahead with your single crochets and I'll meet you at the end of row 2. At the end of row 2, when you've worked your single crochet into the last but 1 stitch, the end stitch is your chain 3. So into that top chain, just work your final single crochet. Be careful not to miss that one. Then turn your work, and to begin row 3 you can start with a chain 2 and that will count as your first double crochet. For row 3 we're going to work across row 1 and row 2, so we're working into row 1 and into row 2. We're going to begin by working a front post double crochet 2 together around the second stitch on row 1. To do that, yarn over, bring your hook behind the post of that second stitch on row 1 and out the other side, so the actual post lies on the front of your hook, and then yarn over, pull a loop through, then pull that loop up to the height of your stitches on the row you're working on at the moment. Then yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops and repeat. Yarn over, insert your hook behind the post and out the other side, yarn over, pull that loop up to the height of the stitches already on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through 3 to complete your first double alpine stitch. Then skip a stitch on the row, I should say on row 2, and double crochet into the next stitch. And you repeat this sequence of stitches to the end. Skip the next post on row 1 and work your double crochet 2 together around the next post, pulling those loops up high. Skip a stitch here and then into the next stitch work a double crochet. This is how it's looking. Skip a stitch on row 1 and work your front post double crochet 2 together around the next post. Skip a stitch on row 2, double crochet into the next stitch. Skip a stitch on row 1 and double crochet front post 2 together on the next stitch on row 1. I should say around the post of the next stitch on row 1. So continue this sequence of stitches to the end of the row. So you're skipping a stitch on each row basically. The most important thing is to make sure you pull those loops up nice and high. So go ahead and I'll meet you at the end of row 3. We're almost at the end of row 3 now, and I thought it might help just to show you how to finish row 3. So here we have our next double crochet on row 1. We're going to skip that and go into the next one with our front post double crochet 2 together. This is a little trickier at this end of the work. And our final stitch, if you look here, you'll see there's a little bar. Just rotate your work, you'll see the top of the stitch there, that's your single crochet stitch. Just insert your hook under those 2 loops to complete your final double crochet of row 3. And that completes row 3. Row 4 is a single crochet row. You just turn your work like we did for row, I think it was row 2, wasn't it? Yes. And then single crochet all the way across. 1 single crochet into each stitch, going under those top 2 loops. So go ahead, work in your single crochets all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end of row 4. At the end of row 4, this is our next to last stitch, really easy to work, a single crochet in there, and then here you have your chain 2 that count as a double crochet into the second of those 2 chains. Work a single crochet, and that completes row 4. Then turn, and we can just do our chain 2 again like so. We're now going to offset the alpine stitch, the double alpine stitch, and all that means is we have an alpine stitch here, so we'll offset it and we'll make one here between, and these post stitches just here. So all the post stitches between the alpine stitches on row 3 are what we will work around. So this row is a little easier, but we do need to start with 2 double crochets. So our chain 2 starting, our starting chain 2 count as a double crochet, and now we do another double crochet into the next stitch, and then we find our next double crochet 2 rows below. It's helpful not to go into this little space here and here, because then you won't be going around the actual post. You need to make sure you come right down, look for those 2 little legs at the base and that bar. We need to go either side of there. So we yarn over, bring our hook down, insert it behind like so, and then just repeat what we did for row 3, pulling those loops up to the height of the stitches on our hook, and repeat. Doing our front post double crochet 2 together, extending the loops, and then we skip a stitch and into the next stitch work a double crochet, then double crochet 2 together around the post of the next stitch, 2 rows below, I should say the next double crochet 2 rows below. Skip a stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, skip a stitch on 2 rows below, and do from post double crochet 2 together around the post of your next stitch. So if I just show you here, we're skipping that stitch and we're going into this stitch here with a double crochet, and you repeat this sequence of stitches to the end of the row, so that offsets those stitches really nicely. So continue to the end of the row, and I'll show you how we finish at the end of the row. Just do one more with you. So carry on, and I'll see you at the end of row 5. So here we are at the end almost of row 5. We just need to do a regular double crochet into the last but one stitch, and then we double crochet as well into the last stitch. So this is the top of the single crochet, there's a little bar. Just insert your hook under the top 2 loops of that final single crochet to complete row 5 and get a nice neat edge. Okay, so let's just have another look at the work. So that completes the pattern repeat, rows 2 to 5. I will leave timestamps so you can find those rows really easily. So for such a pretty little stitch, a lovely, dense, compact fabric, perfect for lots of different projects. I hope you've enjoyed and have fun working up this stitch. In the meantime, take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. And also leave a comment. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye for now.